All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Up and In Show, my daily episode. It is May 14th, a little late in the afternoon. It's been a day. I'm going to try to bring the energy, and I'm going to switch it up because this was a really hard video to make. Today everything's officially done with Cards and Culture. Yesterday I got a ton of my stuff back from the shop. I'm still waiting to walk through the shop and still figuring that out, but I did get a lot of my personal items back, and as difficult as today is, I don't have too much of a great personal message or positive message. However, I did start reading The Mastery of Love again, and I just thought this was really cool because this is kind of, I believe, how I identify, right? Or my spirituality, I guess you could go with. This is more along the lines of how I believe and how I have faith. Along the lines of the Toltec mastery, the Toltec thinking. A Toltec is similar to a Buddhist, I think, in my understanding, and devoid of any religion and is not religious. So Toltec knowledge arises from the same essential unity of truth as all the sacred, esoteric traditions found around the world. Though it's not a religion, it honors all the spiritual masters who have taught on the earth. While it does embrace spirit, it is most accurately described as a way of life, distinguished by the ready accessibility of happiness and love. A Toltec is an artist of love, an artist of the spirit, someone who is creating every moment, every second, the most beautiful art, the art of dreaming. Life is nothing but a dream, and if we are artists, then we can create our life with love, and our dream becomes the masterpiece of art. So I just read that today, and that was honestly in the intro, and I just left it there because that was enough for me today. And so I forget how much I love Don Miguel Ruiz and his teachings. And so if that intrigued you at all, I think that's something you should explore. It's a beautiful, he's got some really great work. So ton of wisdom, very cool stuff. Kind of got my mind right this morning, been a long day. And really what I'm going to do is actually change this energy into more of a gratitude session. So I'm just going to pick some cool items here because, again, I don't know how long these videos are ever going to go on or last, right? So if these items never really make it through my collection, I think, and get passed on to my family or friends or anybody or sold, I think it would be cool to talk about. So I thought this was really cool. Whoever at the shop packaged up some of my stuff knew how much this meant to me. This is a ticket from the 2023 LSU baseball season opening day. It was Jay Johnson's second year. It was Skeens and Cruz's year, right? So I want to get this signed by Jay and Skip because Jay's smiling. Skip's got his arm around him. Skip's a legend and been pretty instrumental in my LSU baseball career. He was the AD when I came down here, and my dad and I sat in his office, and he recruited the hell out of me. It was unbelievable. So I got a little taste of Skip. I heard so many legendary stories, and he's been on my podcast and shared so much knowledge with me. And Jay and I have just, started our relationship and friendship. But I appreciate what he does on the field and what he's doing for LSU. So I just thought it was a cool ticket, and I want to get it signed and graded and just commemorate my LSU family love. I found, in the box, my first pro game ball, I guess, was stored and stashed somewhere. So this was from Greenville, South Carolina. Ironically enough, is where I'm going this weekend to throw out a first pitch because I was recognized as a fan favorite or something over their X amount of years that they've been around. So that'll be really cool, and I'll definitely be talking from there on Friday. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, good stuff. And then this one's cool. Just my dad, of course, puts it in this old school baseball container. It's got smudges on it, but he used to always write on all my balls. I have a shit ton of baseballs from when I was a kid, when I would hit a home run, player of the game, no hitters, all that good shit when you were a kid. My dad saved every single baseball and would write on them, and we would keep them throughout the house. So I thought it was cool that he kept this one because this one's authenticated. You can kind of see the little authenticity sticker right there. That's cool. But this is from my major league debut. So my dad wrote on it. It was like game ball, MLB, first MLB start, Fenway Park, first MLB win. So I thought that was cool and had that one in the shop. And this one here, these are my batting gloves from when I hit a home run at Wrigley. Like, again, crazy. I have one major league hit, and it's a home run at Wrigley. So this one is cool. I got the bat, too, so I can, I have those, too. But these are authenticated. These are my BGs, my batting gloves as a pitcher that Marucci and shout out my boy Kyle Orso made for me on my start day. I got my own custom bat. It was badass. Yeah, it was so sick. So that's why I hit a home run, obviously, right? And then this one's really meaningful to me. somebody, a regular in the shop, somebody that was super nice to me throughout my time there, brought this in. And this is just kind of a token and a reminder of all the great people that came through Cards and Culture and all the good people that I met during that time. And that's really what I want to focus on as I, quote unquote, lose Cards and Culture. It kind of goes away from me in my life. And so I really just want to thank all the people that came in, that did the nice things and gave me gifts. And this was one of them. So this was actually my nameplate from my locker in Fenway Park when I made my Major League debut. And so, yep, it's authenticated. But yeah, that's from my debut game. Very cool. So I have that forever. And I thought that was really nice of him to bring that in. So I say that just to kind of talk and have some gratitude for the closure of this chapter of my life. And as much as it's not how I wanted it to go, and there were things that were out of my control in this process, it's part of life. And so just like anything else, I'll flow with it and keep it moving. And you know, I know my truth and my intentions and everything that happened with that business over 4 or 5 years. And as sad as I am, as lost as I've been a little bit, I hope that brings a lot more joy to people in the future. And piggybacking on my collection that I will be restarting now, because anything that was mine was, yeah, whatever. We're going to move on. Anything that I even, whatever. Yeah, we're starting over. And so Brenton Doyle was somebody that I collected, you know, through the shop, with the shop, and I, you know, had a plan with that and was going to market that and been talking about it on my breaks and everything. There was a fun thing to go along with that. But I do believe in the kid, and so I hope I can still buy some of the cards back from the shop. I hope they allow me that opportunity, because I believe in the kid still, and I still want to continue my investment journey. So I won an auction the other night, $14 or $16. I can't remember exactly what it is, but here it is, baby. Brenton Doyle gold rookie right here. You know I love my golds out of 50. So this is 10 out of 50. This will be starting my my collection. I did get another deal done. There was a gold mini diamond that I love the mini diamonds. And so a true a rookie, a Topps Chrome mini diamond gold, so sexy to me. I just love those cards. So I did win, or I got a deal done because I messaged the seller and asked them, because I saw something on the picture and I couldn't tell if it was the top loader or the card, and he said it was the top loader, but then was super honest and came back and was like, oh my god, I actually took it out and really did it when I got home. And you know, I was interested in still buying it at the price because it was a fair price that he had it listed for. And I was still thinking about buying it. And he told me that there was a scratch on the surface, and I was like, wow, okay. And he was like, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to mislead you. And he was very apologetic for no reason. Like, I didn't feel misled or anything. And so I told him, I was like, I'll still make an offer if you want, because I saw he lowered it a little bit on the buy it now price. And so we got a little deal done. It was cool. And so he sent it, and I think he said he's going to send another like card or something. But anyway, again, that just shows you when there's good things in the hobby and you just kind of treat people right. We got a good deal done. And the reason that I actually paid for it, like, Brenton Doyle's market's going down a little bit right now, so I don't know if it's like people are losing a little hype, but if you notice his trends, he always kind of picks it up at the end of the year. So I'll be continuing to buy, but you know, I bought that, and people can look it up on 130 point because it'll help the market value a little bit. I paid more than what I did for this one, so, and a significant amount, like percentage wise. So, but I'm okay with it because I think I understand the value and I understand where it's going and where it'll be. So I'm going to continue to try to scoop as many out of 50s as I can of Brenton Doyle, and that'll be the beginning part of my collection. You know, I'll start again with some rookies because I'm on a little bit of a budget now, but it'll be fun for me to do this. And so if I buy a gold card of somebody, you'll know that I'm convicted. Again, guys, I'm going to release something probably tomorrow, maybe later tonight, a little bit about my investing strategy and how I'm going to do this and put it together. And if you guys want to tag along, please join me. But again, not financial advice, just, you know, join along, have some fun. But again, documenting this for my journey a little bit as I'm restarting, and yeah, and just kind of update, you know, everybody that might be listening or watching during this process. But got my first card. We're in it. We're back, baby. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned because I'm excited. Tonight, I'm actually going to go live with, well, not going live, but I am going to jump on a call, a Zoom with Nate Yeskie, pitching coach for LSU Tigers baseball, #1 team in the country. They are going to be taking on South Carolina in their last weekend series of SEC play. And so Nate, as of now, I had agreed to do something later tonight in his hotel after they traveled today and had practice. So I'm going to keep it short with him, but hopefully be on there, pick his brain 5, 10, 15 minutes, something like that, depending on how the conversation's going. But that'll take up most of our episode tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be back Friday probably from South Carolina. So super fired up. Stay tuned. Thank you guys if you guys made it this far. Peace and love. Talk to you guys soon.